Each mail server has two agents, one transfer agent and one delivery agent?
No. No. We are sending emails via SMTP protocol. We are receiving it from POP3. That's enough for now. That would be enough for now. There are lots of differences. As you can see, there are lots of things that are working together for sending an email, finding the one, things like that. There are lots of things, but this is just a view, generally. But know that if you're going to send an email, it would be SMTP. If you want to download and get the email, it would be POP3. This is this figure. Is it hard or no?
Interesting.
Huh?
Interesting.
Interesting, huh? So as you can see, there are lots of things in the middle. There are lots of things in the middle who can show us. So first of all, we've got to have the mail server here, and all the things would be the logic and standard things. And also, there are lots of things in here. And when we enter the because domain, there are always lots of other things you should take care of. And after that, there are lots of other things to, or the other one to receive the email. So, as you can see, all of them must be worked together in order to have the fine result. Okay? Sorry we didn't have any breaks between because
Yes, it's better.
Okay. Next one. Next slide. Features, operations, and use of TCP/IP application layer services. Describe the features of the Telnet protocol and identify several of its use. An example, and managing network. So as you can see, we've got a client here and we've got a server somewhere else. Telnet client and Telnet server. If you can see, for the Telnet server, there isn't any monitor, there isn't any keyboard, there isn't anything like that. Or maybe even there is, but it's somewhere far that it's so expensive to go. So you just use these kinds of services to, I don't know, lower your expenses. So, as you can see, we've got the command lines here. Computer 1, root, $dir, cache, lib, look, mail. So there are lots of commands that you're typing. So this is the virtual terminal. Telnet provides a way to use a computer connected via the network to access a network device as if the keyboard and the monitor were directly connected to the device. It means that if you're using Telnet, it means that your own keyboard and your own monitor is the same as the device, monitor, and keyboard. I mean, all the inputs and outputs. So you can copy files, you can change some settings, things like that. It's saying that you're directly connected to the router or switch or anything. So that's why we're using Telnet, that I have told you before. Anything else? We're using Simba. Describe the features of the SMB protocol and the role it plays in supporting the sharing in Microsoft-based networks. So the Simba is something, SMB is something for the Microsoft networks. It's on the right side you can see the file system, printers, mail slot, and APIs that we can share it. So there are lots of resources on the Microsoft-based networks that we can use, we can share, and we can use it via SMB requests. SMB is a client-server request response protocol. So it's a client and server base. There should be a client and there should be a server somewhere. And it's request response. It means that you have to send a request and after that it will be response. Some services in the network are based on request and response. So if you didn't ask anything, they won't give you anything back. But for example, the security service, it's always with lots of high priorities, it won't wait for you. It will interfere on your works. Firewall, DNS, DHCP, these kinds of services are not request and response from the user side, I mean. They just give you the information. And there are, most of the time, they even limit you. They're not waiting for you. But, for example, the FTP servers, he won't say anything to you until you just tell them that, for example, I need a file, please send the file to me. So that's the main. So that's the thing that you should know. Okay, for SMB basis, we've got client and server based applet working with the request and response protocol. Servers can make the resources available to the client on the network. Is that right or no? Let me tell you something. The mail server will never ask you for the new things. You just push the send and receive button. Okay? But the DNS team here, it's always checking the new domain. If you register a domain, you should give them your name and your IP address. So the DNS server in here will always update it. It must be updated, I mean. In here, we've got different kinds of servers. We've got security server, we've got mail server, we've got FTP server, we've got DHCP server, we've got DNS servers, and lots of other things. So they won't wait for you. They always give you the service in the background. Okay? But not for mail server, but not for FTP server. The FTP server is always waiting for you to send the request. So it's the same as SMB protocol. SMB protocol you can use the shared devices on the Microsoft-based networks from the SMB devices. Okay?
How can we use SMB?
We will talk about it.
It's just for Microsoft?
Yeah, this is just explanation. Yeah, it could be for lots of other things, but these kinds of sharing procedure is based on Microsoft things. There are lots of other ways for different.
I mean, the name?
Yeah, for example.
It's SMB name?
Yeah, for example, something like that. Is Office just for Microsoft?
Yes.
Office?
Yes.
No. No. You can use spreadsheet.